Self-driving police cars. Did you hear about this, Rivas, about the down in Florida? They got a new, we talked about Waymo vehicles. And if you're not familiar, on this channel here, when the show is over with, look at the live section and you'll see I actually got in a self-driving car 2 weeks ago. And it took me from one destination to another destination, and there was nobody driving the car. Earlier this month, hit the spot 10:06 and I, we got in a self-driving vehicle downtown Atlanta, and it took us to our destination. People were blown away with the fact that they saw African Americans in a self-driving vehicle. They could not believe that we were literally in a self-driving vehicle. Like, why would you, of all people, be in one of those? I thought it was a cool experience. But now they're taking it to another level. At Miami, they have a new car, and they're saying that it has a new drone launching police car that can drive itself. So it's a self-driving vehicle, but it also has drone capabilities that are attached to the vehicle. So they're deploying all of the stops. And what I mean by that, Miami just rolled out a new police cruiser. That's what it looks like right there on the screen. And they're saying that it's really futuristic. And the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office announced that the launch of a new pilot program involving something police officers are calling PUG, Police Unmanned Ground Vehicle, which is also described as a patrol partner for local police. AI-driven analytics, real-time crime data, and a suite of sensors, including 360 cameras, thermal imaging, license plate recognition, and drone launch capabilities. The PUG also increases situational awareness. It also automates repetitive tasks and frees deputies to focus on the human side of policing. Hint, hint. And they said it's a practical step towards safer, more efficient public safety. Now, these are self-driving vehicles now, and they can also pop up a drone into the sky. And that's if they're looking for somebody, they can just say, hey, we have a self-driving vehicle in the mall. And somebody, remember we talked about people launching drones for security? You can have one of these self-driving vehicles right there in the mall, and they just deploy the drone, and they have the thermal imaging, right? So they can say, hey, looking for somebody in a black hat, blue shirt, khaki shorts. And the drone can find it because it has the thermal imaging. So you could literally go hide behind a tree. It's still going to find you. Is this cool or is this bad? This technology is serious business, and it's a whole new level of patrol, keeping the community safe and the force ahead of the curve. Now, right now, this is only being deployed in Miami, and they're just using it as marketing purposes. But I'm having this conversation with you today because will other police forces start to deploy and say, we want one of these vehicles? And they start to say, we'll have self-driving vehicles on a random street. And how will they police us? Will it be in all of the neighborhoods, or will it be in a certain type of neighborhood? With the fact that it has those cameras, it can do the license plate reader. So just think you're driving or riding dirty with no insurance and no tags. They could be somewhere on the road, and then there's police officers right up the street, and they can flag you because that license plate reader is right there, and it can tag you. And there's like over 6,000 police agencies that are here in America. I mean, how many of these agencies are going to say, we want one of these in this area? From thermal imaging, 360-degree cameras, drone launch capabilities, and the license plate readers, this is a lot to think about. It does enhance emergency response. The immediate launch of a drone allows first responders to get critical aerial views of accidents, which could be good. Medical emergencies or fires much faster than a patrol car could navigate through traffic. I don't know what somebody would do if no one's in the car. It's not like it can put out a fire. It's not like it could do CPR, but it can at least say, hey, this block here, and it can deploy and have everybody go here on street A versus street B. Drones offer a quiet, high altitude surveillance which can deter property crime and suspicious activity in residential areas without the noise and intrusion of constant visible police sirens and heavy vehicles. Reduce police driver fatigue or error. Self driving capabilities can mitigate accidents caused by an officer. Just the other day, there was a police officer driving in one of the local city of Atlanta neighborhoods and ran into somebody's house. Just, I don't know if he or she was chasing somebody, but lost control in the middle of the night and ran into somebody's house. Maybe that self driving vehicle could be there. Drones can rapidly assess congestion or road hazards, providing real time data to redirect traffic, which is beneficial for drivers who prefer to avoid stressful or prolonged delays. And that aerial footage from drones provides unbiased documentation of incidents, aiding transparency and saying, hey, here's a fair resolution in situations involving accidents or altercations. It was in the sky. It saw the whole thing. It was recording. They saw the accident happen from the top down. A widespread, low-cost use of aerial drones could lead to a collection of excessive data on ordinary law-abiding citizens, creating a surveillance society. Sounds like we're going there, right? And also cyber vulnerability. Reliance on complex autonomous systems introduce the risk of technical malfunctions, because that does happen, hacking or software glitches that could lead to errors in judgment or system control, and that could cause a public safety hazard. So all of these things are something that we need to consider, the positive and the negative. I'm not saying that you're for it. I'm not saying that you're against it, but I am going to ask you, do you think self-driving police vehicles will be deployed nationwide? That's the question that I have for you. Let me know in the comments. One, if the numbers are right, I could see it. Two, this is nothing but a gimmick. Three, I can see lawsuits happening with this. Or four, I think it will be a case-by-case basis. Do you think self-driving police vehicles will be deployed nationwide? Oh my God, Rivas, I'm waiting to hear your thoughts. You're a truck driver. You're all over the United States. You're all over the world. What do you think about this?
I think that it's going to happen. It's just like California. Every time they come out with something, it just spreads like the plague, and everybody else does it. I think Miami is just a test pilot, and it's going to move all over the United States. It is a lawsuit waiting to turn it into a surveillance state anyway. So why not go ahead and get people used to it? So everything you do, they'll be recorded. Just imagine if they have the heat seeking drones and stuff, and you walk down the street and you fart. Hey, that right there is a nuisance to the neighborhood. Let's give him a ticket. I'm just saying, it's going to see everything is going to happen. Things are happening pretty quickly. AI and all this drone surveillance and all that is coming through. We're turning into a surveillance state anyway. So, yes, it's going to happen.
Awesome Fun Things has some jokes here. He says, what's the lowest crime I can commit to be hauled away in a self-driving vehicle? A self-driving police car. That's his joke of the day.
Wait till you get arrested. Wait till you get arrested by a drone.
You're going to get a ticket in the mail. Probably speeding. Awesome Fun Thing says hit the spot 1006. Do they send the pug if someone shoplifts from self checkouts? So we just talked about this a couple of weeks ago, spooling around, where the malls were talking about possibly deploying drones to notify security and police officers or law enforcement in the malls. So who's to say that maybe if a pug is in the area and you run out of the store at a CVS or a Walgreens, right? Your local drugstore, grocery store, and the police pug is literally sitting right there on that street and they deploy it, they already gave the description, and there's the drone up in the air trying to find you. Hit the spot 1006 says it will probably be in affluent areas first. I think that probably will happen. Sheila Baker just cannot believe this. She's like, I can't believe this. Now you can't say police shot me first. Well, you shouldn't have been out there doing whatever it is that you were doing, but I mean, I get it. They will tear those cars up in metro areas. And that's a strong possibility.
And
Knowing,
they're eventually going to give those drones a nightstick so they can take care of our kind of people. That way they don't have to do it personally. The drone can do it for
yeah. I think we're in a state right now where I think anything is possible, right? At this point, everything that we've been reporting over the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing it. We talked about it maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year. We're now starting to see it come into fruition. And I hate to say this, but with the current administration that we have, we're seeing things that probably would have never happened under any other administration in the history of America. And so at this time, I think if they think it, there's a company that's out there willing to buy it and actually deploy it. It's sad, but this is, and I don't know, are we starting to live in a fear mongering state where we should be scared to go outside? I don't know if that's a fair statement to put, but it's like, why should we be afraid to be outside? That doesn't make sense to me. But when you do things like this, and I'm showing you what this police car looks like, it's one of those situations where it's like, do we even want something like this in our communities? I mean, it sounds cool to have it, right? But to say that you're putting a self-driving police car, it sounds cool to have it. And this is what it looks like once again on the screen. It sounds cool to have it. But then when you get a ticket in the mail because you were doing 65 and a 40, then you're going to be upset. The drone was in the air and then you got into an accident and they were able to say, oh, well, we already had the footage in the air and we already have a police report that's already written. These are things that you have to think about. And these are things that, will it be in the affluent areas first? Yes, for marketing purposes. But when they're ready to deploy it, then guess where it's going to go. So for marketing purposes, yeah, we're going to drive it around.
You know what's going to happen, right? It's something is going to happen. They're going to use that drone. It's going to save a life, and it's going to be the savior of the world. It's going to be the second coming.
Okay. I like that. Well, most of you guys said one. If the numbers are right, I could see it. Yeah, this is where we are. I hate to use that as a common theme and phrase of this is where we are, but this is literally where we are. And it's scary, but at the same time, it's still cool, right? And I don't know where that fine line is when we say, is it cool or is it not something that we need to be doing? It's the Lab Tech Show. Join us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern at thelabtechshow.com. Embrace it or get left behind.
Alrighty then.